Why would someone want to reduce their adult content consumption? When you are aligned in mind, body, and spirit, you don't want to do things or consume things or ingest things that are going to make you feel out of alignment. You're wasting valuable energy. And with the way the world is, it's so easy to get caught up in things that are time vampires, energetic vampires. So if you're not using your energy cautiously and mindfully, and you're using it towards adult content, then you're setting yourself up for failure. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Vinny Brusco Show podcast. On this week's episode, we're going to be discussing tips that you could use to reduce your adult content consumption. Click the subscribe button and follow along on the journey of the show as we discuss personal development, self-help, and conversations around how to navigate this wild world that we live in.
And here we go.
So in working with guys one-on-one as a coach, and also in the group that I facilitate, the Council of Dudes, the topic of adult content consumption is a very big topic that often comes up. And a lot of the guys in the group, and even on the one-on-one side, are expressing the fact that they want to reduce, if not eliminate, their consumption of adult content. They don't feel aligned when they're consuming it. They feel as though it changes their reality and their perception of reality. And it also hinders their relationship with their significant other. We all kind of grew up around and knowing and being exposed to adult content. It's evolved over time. It's evolved over our lifetime. It's a billion-dollar industry. It went from, magazines in the woods to passing around your favorite VHS tape, scrambled illegal cable boxes, to having it accessible 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and anything you could imagine. It's right here. Now, why would someone want to reduce their adult content consumption? Well, realistically speaking, that is an energy that can be applied to way more useful things. There's something in the woo-woo world called sexual transmutation. Basically, the energy that is behind consuming adult content is a creative energy. It's a life force energy. Think about the purpose of that energy. It is to create life. If you're able to harness that energy, essentially alchemize that energy, and take that energy and transform it, there's the real ability to have it become more useful for you. Now, it's not easy to do, it's not easy to navigate, but the idea behind this is to harness that energy and apply it to creative acts, whether that be recording a podcast, handling that home project you've been working on or avoiding, actually, journaling, or any other act that you could think of that you've been wanting to do but you've been putting off. Now, using that spark is a great way to have it as a trigger. Now it's a matter of self-control and discipline, but having it as a trigger to set you on a journey and a pathway that could be ultimately more productive. Another tip is saving it for your partner. Now, a lot of guys in both, again, the group setting and also in the one-on-one, talk about how crossing that line with their spouse is kind of awkward. It's kind of a weird dance that they do. They get the urge and they kind of don't know how to approach their significant other. There might be fear of rejection in that moment. First things first, if your partner is or rejects you in a moment, you can't take that personal. You can't be that person who internalizes that. We've all been there. Let's not pretend like we haven't been. Where you're tired and you're kind of like, let's just be real about it. Let's not be so taboo. And as guys, let's not all be no, I never. Bullshit. Let's call it for what it is. So if your partner doesn't receive or isn't as receptive to the energy, that's okay. Allow them to feel what they feel, but also make the attempt. In talking with the guys in the group and as a coach, guys are like, I don't even know how to approach my wife. Now, it could be something playful, it could be something passionate, it could be something romantic. Find what works for you and your partner, but take that energy and apply it to them. Use it towards them. Now, you don't have to have a full-on romp fest with them, but taking the energy that's behind what you would usually use towards adult content is a great way to use the energy and essentially be more productive and feel better about yourself. Another tip that you could use to avoid taking on or consuming adult content is habit stacking. Habit stacking is a great tool for anything that you're looking to change in your life. In James Clear's book, Atomic Habits, he talks about getting 1% better every single day. And a key way to do that is to habit stack. So he uses the example of if you want to go to the gym after work, you pack your gear and you go to a gym on the way home. You don't go home and then get your gear and then go to the gym. You make the gym a part of your ride home so that now you just have to stop rather than stop, go home, change. Or if you do it first thing in the morning, some people sleep in their gear or having your gear ready to go right next to your bedside so that that whole block of having to make a decision gets out of the way. Now, creating healthier habits is a great way to avoid and reduce your adult content consumption. I highly doubt that you're going to schedule adult content consumption on your phone. So, planning out your day and habit stacking is a great way to compartmentalize the energy that you're using throughout the day towards being more productive and reducing your adult content consumption. The fourth is living a healthier lifestyle. When you are aligned in mind, body, and spirit, you don't want to do things or consume things or ingest things that are going to make you feel out of alignment. When you are on the good feeling vibe and that frequency and that wave, when you're working out 4 or 5 times a week and you're eating clean and you're reading and you're meditating and you got your morning routine and your plunge and your meditation and your sauna and you're checking all the boxes, you don't want to use your energy willy-nilly. You want to conserve your energy and use it towards things to be productive. So living a healthier lifestyle lends itself to not consuming adult content. A lot of the guys talk about how when they are consuming adult content, it's usually when they're not eating correctly, when they've fallen off proper eating habits, or when they haven't worked out in a few days, or it's late and they got home from work late, or it's just, they're bored. It's become almost a part of their daily routine, like brushing their teeth. But the reality is, by using this energy towards something that doesn't have an ROI for your life, for the best version of yourself, you're wasting valuable energy. And with the way the world is, it's so easy to get caught up in things that are time vampires, energetic vampires. People and jobs and social media can just suck the energy right out of you. So if you're not using your energy cautiously and mindfully, and you're using it towards adult content, then you're setting yourself up for failure. You're setting yourself up to keep on perpetuating and staying on the hamster wheel. And the last but not least is seeking help. If you're someone who's having trouble with consuming adult content or any other form of addiction or any other form of poor habits, finding a coach, a therapist, a psychologist, a shaman, anyone to help you gain insight and perspective and offer you your blind spots and allow you to interface with whatever negative thing in your life you're facing. In this particular case, adult content has a lot of relational interpretations. It has a lot of trauma behind it. It has a lot of validation seeking. So, finding the person that you feel comfortable enough speaking with, sitting down with, who's going to empathize and not judge and show discernment to you and towards your situation is one of the most important things you could do to reduce your adult content consumption. So, I hope these are all helpful for anyone who's looking to reduce their adult content consumption. I know a lot of guys in the group, and again, on the one-on-one side, they've expressed it. And despite what you may think, guys are looking to shift away from that stuff. Guys are looking to shift away and go towards a healthier way of lifestyle. And it's so taboo to talk about, and you think, oh yeah, it's bullshit. It's not. Guys are really looking to level up, and they realize that adult content consumption is a big Achilles heel for them. So kudos to the guys who have shown up in a way that make them feel healthier and more mindful and more present with their spouse, their significant other, their children. Shout out to those guys. And if you're a guy who's looking to reduce your adult content consumption, feel free to hit me up. I'd be happy to talk you through it or offer you just a space where you could unpack it and talk about anything you're going through. What are some ways that you've kicked habits that you wanted to eliminate? Leave a comment down below. Hope this was all helpful for you. Until next time, much love. Peace!